Back from Dubai, obviously. Not that you could tell by looking at you, Sean. You're a
bit
bit red.
What are you talking about?
What was that like, starting with you, Jacob, just to recharge the batteries a little bit?
It was good. Good to have a few days downtime, and then to get that good heat exposure, intense training. So yeah, it was good to be out there.
Came off the back of the Forest win, which had absolutely everything, didn't it? I mean, coming from behind, obviously that fantastic penalty in stoppage time as well. Just how big a win did that feel at the time, Sean, in the context of the season?
Yeah, it felt massive just because I think back-to-back wins was a massive sort of goal for us. I think before the break, we knew that as long as we got to the break and got the 2 wins, then you're sort of getting players back fit and players back from suspension. And yeah, it was just a massive win. It put us right back in the mix, and yeah, like I said, it was just a massive confidence boost and a massive sort of morale boost going into the end of the season.
There's another 2 goals for Alex Isak as well, who's really starting to find his feet now. Just how good is he, Jacob, on a daily basis in training? And are we starting to see now what you guys see every single day?
So we have the privilege to see it day in, day out from him, and for how tall he is, his footwork is unbelievable. So silky, and he's got a lot of different aspects to his game. So yeah, playing on the wing with him centrally, he brings a lot of different dimensions to our game. So yeah, hopefully he can keep scoring the goals, and the more time he's out in the field, the more we're going to learn from him, and the better it's going to get.
It's another game where I suppose we saw kind of different ways that Newcastle managed the game. In particular, the penalty with the little switcheroo between Trips and Alex Isak as well. I can't say the word what that's been called on social media.
Jacob Murphy.
But I'm sure we're going to come back to it in a second. Do you players kind of enjoy those moments to kind of not wind up the opposition, but deceive the opposition and find different ways to win in that sense, Sean?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I think whenever you win, I think it's just such a amazing feeling, and I think the game was quite edgy and had a little bit of sort of niggle in it, and obviously they were trying to wind us up, and they tried to slow the game down. It wasn't sort of the best game in the world to watch, but I think it probably makes it even more sweet when you do get over the line in them games, because you've had to work sort of extra hard for it, and it's not pretty, but the feeling after was amazing, and the change room was absolutely buzzing, and yeah, like I said, it's such a a big result in our season. It's hopefully going to be the catalyst to spring on to better things.
Like Sean's kind of alluded to, Jacob, you've become like kind of the cult hero almost. Sort of, I mean, the way that Chaleta Carr, the look, I think it was at Marco Silva with Fulham as well. I could list them all. Are you aware of how much this is making you a cult hero amongst the fans, or not?
I mean, it's just reacting to the moment. Obviously, if I address the Southampton game, looking on reflection, it was silly of me. You know, and I know the Newcastle fans enjoyed it, but it's just how it is. And I think as we're experiencing this season, we're learning to become a lot more street smart, street wise, and it's showing a lot of growth within the squad. And top teams, they do it. You know, these are the things that they do. They know how to slow down the game. They know how to get under the skin of opposition, and yeah, we need to use everything to our advantage, you know, in a positive way, because at the end of the day, we want the result just as bad as our opponents do.
And of course, you know, you as a player, you're so much more than those moments, quite clearly. Sean, does every squad need a Jacob Murphy, someone who is there, who, you know, puts in the minutes as well, and as the gaffers said numerous times, is one of the top trainers at the club? Yeah,
1,000,000%. I think Murph's within the group, he's not everyone like appreciates and values him so highly. I think from the outside, probably people don't as much as they should do. If it wasn't for Murph, I'd say a lot of the way the group is, it wouldn't be as together. The training, the standards wouldn't be as high. Even you see him coming on in games, and the impacts he makes, and it's a comfort blanket, really, knowing that you've got him to come on and change a game, or whatever the scenario, whatever the moment in a game. You know, he can sort of make an impact in any situation. And yeah, like I said, we're really, really lucky to have him, and probably someone that should get more credit. But he's obviously shown that now. He's in the team. He's playing really, really well, and a big reason for the 2 wins in the games he's came in.
Thanks, Shawnee. I'll pay you off.
Set up for that one. Here's a quick quiz question then for you, Sean. Who's the most used player under Eddie Howe since he arrived at the club, would you say?
Yeah, it's Murph.
Absolutely, aye, yeah. 49 out of 51 games, 49 appearances in those 51 games, Jacob Silva. Do you feel like your Newcastle United career has kind of taken an about turn under Eddie or not?
Don't get what that question means.
You've kind of like re-energised your career a little bit at the club under Eddie.
Yeah, I felt under the Steve Bruce era. That's then when I kind of established myself back into the team.
Yeah.
But then with Eddie coming in, you know, his whole ethos, team structure, everything, that's my game.
Yeah.
And it, I think together that's how it's worked. I like what he does. It suits my game. So yeah, I think that's why it's been a good partnership.
And you know, we heard Sean kind of lavishing praise on you. I'm going to give you a similar opportunity to lavish praise on him, because I'm not sure if you're aware, but Sean this weekend is going to be 100th Premier League appearance for Newcastle United. So I wondered if you could do the honours there, Jake.
I would love to.
Lovely mystery black bag there, and an award, Sean, with a little trophy, I think it is.
It wasn't too long ago that we were looking at how many appearances we both had, and here it is.
Oh, that is sick, man.
Hey, congrats, buddy.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Oh, you're the best, man. Oh,
Well done, mate.
oh, Tommy the cat will be buzzing, man. Oh, sick, man. Thank you very much.
And against Manchester United as well. There's a few better teams for it to come against, isn't it?
I know it's yeah, it seems pretty surreal. Even at Forest, and that's where my first sort of competitive appearance was, and then 4 or 5 years later, I've gone on to make 100 appearances for Newcastle. It's yeah, it's been an amazing journey. It's been probably ups and downs like anything, but for me to say that I've played 100 games for my hometown team in the Premier League is something I'll yeah, cherish forever, definitely.
Like you've kind of touched upon there, you know, you two are fans of Newcastle as well. I think you've said it before, Sean, where you've said it, when times are tough, it is tougher for you guys as fans of the club. Times are not so tough these days, so is it more enjoyable for you two as fans now, would you say, or not?
Yeah, I think it's like I said, we're in a really privileged position at the minute. I think in the past it's been a grind to come in every day. It's been a grind when you get to a Saturday and you're thinking, oh, we'll have to get a point here, we'll have to do this, and the game's so much harder when now we're going into games and we're really, really looking forward to it. There's a positivity and a buzz, and it's just so much easier to get the best out of yourself and get the best out of your teammates when you're in a positive environment. And like I said, we're in such a lucky position to be doing that these days, and we just want to keep that going for as long as possible and stick around for as long as possible.
And likewise, Jacob, I mean, I remember reading a story about you and your nan sending you down like Newcastle United shirts from the northeast down south. For you, as a Newcastle fan, what is it like to be playing, you know, such a role in this club, in this era as it is now?
It's really good because you look back on previous teams that had success and they're spoken about so highly, and slowly but surely I feel that this group is going to be spoke about for many years to come, hopefully, in such a positive way, and to be part of that group, you know, it's amazing. And you know, I didn't really think at a point in my Newcastle career a few years ago that we would be in this position, and you know, there would be such a great buzz around us. So yeah, I'm delighted that I'm around it and playing my part in it.
Down like shirts down south when you were a kid, which was absolutely fantastic. What is it like for you as a Newcastle fan to be playing such a role in this era of Newcastle United right now?
Hypothetically, it'd be unreal. I think back to the Southampton game, the second leg. The atmosphere while we're warming up, it was wild. I've never experienced anything like that, and I can't remember who I was saying to as we were warming up. I was like, if we get Champions League, it's going to be like this every Tuesday. And you know, if that's not enough motivation, then I don't know what will be.
So what were your kind of memories of Champions League nights with Newcastle, Sean?
It's funny actually. I always go back to this DVD,
Newcastle
but
fans like you two, and you can both
2002, 2003 Flying High video,
St
and
James's Park to the Champions League theme music feel like.
You see the games when they beat Juventus at home 1-0, and
hypothetically
win away or when they won away at Feyenoord, and the atmosphere was just something totally different. And you see when they went to Milan, and you see how many away fans they took, and you used to watch that and think sort of it was just so special, and you never thought that you'd have the chance to get the club back there. And even more recently in the Europa League, and I remember in a ball boy when we beat Anzi at home, and that was the loudest I'd ever heard the stadium. And
so what were your
like Murph
kind of
said,
memories
then
of Champions
it's sort
League
of
nights with Newcastle, Sean?
reiterated at the cup game, and just to think that every midweek that's what the atmosphere could be like is just something that's gives you a buzz to try and get back there. And like I said before, the fact that we've got a really, really good chance of achieving that is something we can't take for granted, and hopefully something we can't let pass by, because like Murph said, it's a group that wants to be remembered, and nobody thought this group would be the one that takes it to special places. So I think it's an added incentive for us to try and achieve that.
So I suppose the big question is, 2 months to go, 12 games to go, can Newcastle do it?
Can we do it? It's down to us, and I believe what we've got in this dressing room, we're more than capable. 12 cup finals, so to say, and we're going to be ready for every single one of them.
So just for both of you to round things off, when you eventually do finish out your Newcastle United careers, what would you have both wanted to achieve here at the club? Sean, with you first.
I think ultimately you want to win a trophy, you want to do something special, and we've had the opportunity to do that. Obviously didn't get over the line, but it's given me a taste for it, and I think every team has to, well, pretty much every team in every sport has to lose before they win.
To Newcastle do
and
it?
I think we've hopefully gone through that, and we never want that feeling again. And like I said, if you can bring this club a trophy, or you can bring this club back to Champions League night, you'll be remembered forever. And I think for me personally,
so just for both of you to round things off,
like Murph
when
said
you
before, a couple of years ago you never thought that would be possible, and now it's sort of a brand new challenge, and
wanted to achieve
one that definitely whets the appetite for me, and I'm sure it does the rest of the players to bring that success to the club. And so yeah, I think if you can get the club into Europe, get the club a trophy, I think you'll be remembered forever.
Jacob, what about you? Round things off.
Well, I can't really say anything better than what Sean just said just then. But yeah, just to echo on what he was saying, you know, the opportunity to be remembered, that's got to be a real big motivation for us. And silverware, that'll be gorgeous. You know, that'll be the icing on the cake for what this group is capable of. So yeah, that's the aim. We're on a journey, and let's see where we can go.